Hi and welcome to my channel. My name's Chris. I decided to start a YouTube channel as I've recently quit my job. I work as an insurance broker, sell private medical insurance for a large broker in the UK. I've been working for about 25 years, spent 8 years in the RAF as a medic, and then spent the last 17 years working in sales, financial services predominantly. So I suppose what led me to decide to quit my job. It's a decent job, it's pretty easy, it's good pay. Why did I quit? And I'm decided to move 6,000 miles away to Bangkok. So I've been single for, I don't know, a couple of years. And in December 2022, I decided to go on my first solo holiday, which was to Tunisia. And I went on an all-inclusive. I thought it would be a good idea to go on an all-inclusive because everything's taken care of. It was quite a nice place. Massages, spa breaks, all that type of stuff. And it was the worst holiday I've ever been on. It was horrendous, and I may even do another video about that trip. Because there's a few stories, but I won't go into it now. But it was horrendous. I hated it there. I couldn't wait to get out of there. It was full of couples and old people. There was no social life. You couldn't go off the reservation because you're in Tunisia, North Africa. It was a nightmare. It was not a place to go as a single solo traveller. It was just not the place. So we went into 2023, and I was kind of looking online. Where's a good place to go for solo travellers? And Thailand seemed to be right up there, and I sort of always wanted to go to Thailand. The beaches just looked amazing, basically, exotic, miles away, never been anywhere like it. I mean, I have travelled. I've been to America a couple of times, been to California, been to New York, been all over Europe, but never really been anywhere out in East Asia. But I mean, Dubai is the furthest east I think I'd ever been. It's quite a big difference for me. So I booked it. I booked a holiday 2 weeks. I did it on one of the booking websites, Love Holidays, and I booked 2 weeks in Pattaya, which was like Miami, like a party town, good place to go for singles. And I thought I'll just go. So I booked it like last February, so February 2023, and I went in June 2023. So what I did before I left, I joined a few Facebook groups, things, Thailand travellers, these types of groups. And I met a guy called Peter who I started chatting with, and he was going out the same day as me. So we decided to share a taxi from Bangkok to Pattaya, and share the taxi fare and so on. So we did that, and met up with him. He's a top guy. He'll probably come up again in later conversation, but we got a taxi down together, got to Pattaya. Weather was warm, beer was cold, lovely beach, and I just straight away I just felt relaxed and at home. The Thai people are amazing. I heard a lot of things, I heard about scams, and I'll talk about that. But before I left, I learned just two words in Thai. I learned how to say hello, sawadee kap, or sawadee ka if you're a lady, and I learned how to say thank you, kap kum kap or kap kum ka if you're a lady. And just those 2 words got me so far in Thailand. Just walking into a bar or a restaurant, saying hello and thank you, they're so grateful, and they're not bending over for you or anything, but they're really grateful. They appreciate the effort, respect and kindness, and looking after your neighbours, a massive thing in their culture. And it was really obvious. They live their lives like that. So yeah, the Thai people straight away I had no real issues with. The scams that I'd heard about were things like taxis, where you get in a taxi, you don't ask how much, and you get to your destination, they give you a big bill, and it's a problem, you're going to have to pay. They'll call the police, the Thai police will come, they're not going to side with the foreigner, you're going to have to pay that bill, or you're going to have a massive problem. So you always want to ask how much, or in Thai, tau rai kap or tau rai ka. Tau rai kap and ask them how much it is. If you're in Bangkok and when you get to the airport, make sure you ask them to put the meter on, because what happened to me in my second trip, got to Bangkok about 2 in the morning, went to get a taxi. He covered the meter up, I didn't even spot it till halfway through the journey, and he charged me 2,000 baht for what should have been a 1,000 baht journey, maybe 1,200 baht, but I got scammed, and I didn't argue, I knew what was happening, and I knew I'd made a mistake, so I should have said to him, if you those yellow and green taxis in Bangkok, we don't get those guys to put the meter on, because the meters will be fine, you won't be overcharged on a meter, but if they try and pull something, just say, okay, I'll get a different one, and just walk off and get a different taxi is probably the best thing to do. Don't argue with people, it's just not worth it. Thais are loyal, they look after each other, and you probably just have some problems. So yeah, so me and Peter, we got to party, I had a beer, and I'd been chatting in the few months leading up to going, I'd been chatting to a Thai girl from Pattaya online, and she messaged me and asked if I wanted to meet her that night. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening when I got there, and I said, yeah, sure, that's fine. And I went to meet her, and she's a lovely girl, actually, really nice. And one of the things, and again about scams, one of the things, you know, they say that lots of the girls scam you, and they all they want is your money, and they'll take you to a bar that they know, and they'll give you a huge bill and all these things. So I was kind of on my guard a little bit, but I was kind of relaxed. I could tell straight away she's a nice girl. And she took me to a friend's pub, and we were sitting there drinking, probably had like 5 or 6 drinks each. And in Thailand, they give you it's like a little mug, and it sits on your table. And every time you have a drink, they either write down the drink and the price, or they print it out. If it's a decent, you know, a nicer bar, they print it out and put the bill in and update it. But I'm sat there and they're writing it down, and I'm looking at this thing filling up, and it's getting bigger and bigger. So I look at it and thinking, oh my God, this is going to be half my holiday money gone. And it was, I think the bill was 700 baht, which is like £15, I think. $20, £15. So it was nuts, and we were drunk, you know, we'd been sat there for hours drinking. Well, you know, how long to take to drink 6 or 7 drinks, a couple of hours. So we go to another bar, and a friend came to join us, and it was a rock and roll bar. It's called Rolling Live. It's really cool. And I assumed her friend, I was buying the girl what her name was, I was buying her some drinks, and I thought her friend was probably going to be on my tab, and I thought, yeah, I can see this coming. So I asked if she wanted a drink. She said, no, I get my own. I was like, wow, okay, that's cool. So that was cool. So anyway, we have a really good night, and I go back to my hotel and drunk. That's it. Can't really remember getting back to the hotel. I wake up in the morning and can't find my phone. So I've got it. I've just bought a brand new iPhone. It's actually the phone I'm using for this video, and you know, they're not cheap. And I'm in Thailand, and everything is on that phone. My tickets, my debit card. Obviously, there's loads of things that it's a disaster if you lose your phone, and that's where I was in Southeast Asia, in the middle of nowhere. I've been there for like 12 hours, and I'd lost my phone. Okay, great night out, lost my phone. Couldn't remember when the last time I had it. I thought that it was probably going to be in the hotel room somewhere, you know, underneath a bag or under the bed or something. Totally ripped the hotel room apart, wasn't there. So I go downstairs to reception, and they've got 2 Apple Mac computers for guests to use. So I log on, find my iPhone, which, by the way, saved my life, along with a couple of Thai people. So my phone popped up, and I was expecting to see it in my hotel, thinking it's going to be upstairs, but I've just not found it, and it's going to be in the hotel. No, it was about 30 miles away, in the middle of the forest, like the jungle. No word of a lie. I'll try and find a picture of that, and if I can, I'll put it in the video. I'm not sure if I can get that, but I might be able to. I certainly got a picture of the place where I found my phone, so I'll definitely put that in. What happened, so Anne, the girl who I'd met the night before, she was still with me, enough said. And so I say to her, right, look, you need to call a taxi so we can go and get my phone, which is 30 miles away. So she gets it, like she speaks English, and she's pretty good with all that. So we do that, and then I say to her, right, now take a picture of the computer screen so we can see the map and where the dot is, because otherwise we can't take the computer with us. We need to remember that, so we need to take a picture of that. Okay, done. So the next thing, we're in another taxi. Well, we're in a taxi, and we're going out to get the phone in the middle of nowhere. Now, I'm in a taxi, with 2 Thai people. They're both talking Thai constantly, and I have no phone. I don't know where I'm going, and all of a sudden this all starts sort of building up inside me, and I think, shit, I might be in a bit of trouble here. This is I'm going to get done. But the only thing that in my mind was that I didn't have a lot of money on me. I mean, I might have had £100 with baht on me, but I didn't have thousands or stupid money on me. So I thought, don't know, let's see what happens. So he gets out there to this absolute shanty town in the middle of nowhere, huts and all sorts of crazy stuff. And there's one house that's got these huge gates outside it. And this is the house where my phone was. And there's a car parked in the drive, this tiny little hatchback. And I thought, I've not been in that car. Like, what's going on here? And then with that, about 5 or 6 dogs come out and they all start barking. So just to put this into context, it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. It's just getting light. I'm hungover, jet lagged, the heat, bugs. It was really starting to get on top of me. And people who know me, I sometimes don't deal with these type of situations very well. Not that I've been in this situation ever before. So I'm stressing. So with this, the dogs are going crazy, and this little young guy, he's like 20, 21, something like a Thai guy. He comes out all yawning and sort of scratching his head and like, what the hell's going on? And I'm expecting the girl I'm with, Am, to say to this guy, look, he's lost his phone, we think it's you. But they say nothing. So I'm like, right, could, say something to this guy so we can, so we can find out what's going on. Why, So she starts talking to him, and he opens the back door of his taxi. The car was pulled in. He opened the back left door, and my phone was just on the seat. Now what happened is he picked us up at about midnight, dropped us at my hotel. I left my phone in his car. He'd then gone around all night picking other people up, who hadn't spotted my phone, and then he was still there in the morning. Literally, I was the luckiest guy in Thailand. So he gives me my phone. Now, I'd already gone through the scenarios in my head of phone insurance. I got to protect my bubble and excesses and all these things. And now I've got my phone back. It's perfect. It's not broken. It's not stolen. Nobody's done anything to it. So I give him 1,000 baht, which is like 20 quid. And I'm handing it through this fence to him, and he backs off and goes, like, no, what are you doing? And I said, just take this. It's for you. You help me. And he was shaking. He was like, no. So I didn't really understand the situation. So I give him 1,000 baht. I give the other taxi driver 1,000 baht. And I took Am out for food a couple of days later to say thank you. But what happened was I spoke to Peter, the guy who I had a taxi down from Bangkok with, and told him what had happened. And he said, 1,000 baht, it's a few days' wages for these guys. It's a big deal. So yeah, obviously, and I'm glad I did it. They helped me, so I helped them, and it's all good. Like, and I had all these suspicions in my head. Then I felt really bad, thinking they're really nice people, and I had all these suspicions they were trying to rob me. They weren't. They were just trying to help me. Genuinely, they didn't know me, and they all helped me. So that really made me feel at ease with Thailand, and I felt so relaxed. I remember going to the beach that morning, and one of the things I wanted to do was drink a coconut on the beach. I got a picture of this as well, and I got this coconut, sat down, it's in the morning, and the first time I've ever drunk coconut. I love the coconut smell of it. I don't mind the taste of the coconut, but the coconut milk, nah, not for me. You got to put rum in it, or whiskey, or you've got to put something in it. It just on its own, no. It's like drinking milk on its own or something. It's just not good. So yeah, but it did that. So, and I'm properly relaxed then into Thailand. Met a few people, expats, foreigners. Met a really nice guy called James from Northern Ireland and his dad. Really funny guys, really good guys, and a few other people. So had a fantastic time in Thailand. And one of the things that Peter said to me was that Bangkok airport is known as the airport of tears. So this is our first day. When we first sat down in party, we were on our first beer. He said Bangkok airport is known as the airport of tears. So when you go home, you're going to be crying. And we laughed and ha. And so I get to Bangkok airport, and it hadn't rained for the 2 weeks I was there. It didn't rain, which is a bit unusual because it was rainy season, but it didn't rain. I got lucky. And when I was going to the airport in the morning that I was leaving, it was absolutely hammering it down, grey, horrible Welsh kind of weather, just this is in for the day type of rain. And I was sad. And I didn't cry. I did not cry, but I was very emotional in the airport. I was thinking of any excuse or reason not to leave Thailand. And how can I do this? Can I just, I was all different scenarios going through my head. Stupid. I couldn't just leave. I had a job to go back to. And so I get back from Thailand and it was brilliant. I had a fantastic time. I met some amazing people, did some cool things, beaches, islands, did really cool things. It was really, really cool. And I felt so at home. So when I got back, all I could think about was getting back out there. And I work in sales, and I was just about to get a bonus. So I got back in July, and I was getting a bonus in August, and I thought, right, I'm just going to use that bonus to go back as soon as I can, and I did. This is the August, and I went back in the October. I went beginning of October for another 2 weeks. And you know, I was worried that you know sometimes you go somewhere, you have like a festival, or you go to a night out and it's amazing, and you try and repeat it, and it's never the same because it's maybe that moment that was brilliant. But actually, my second trip was just as good as my first one, if not better. Long story short, the second time when I was in Thailand, Geng, my friend who owns the cafe, she's a bit of an entrepreneur, and she said to me, why don't you just, if you want to live in Thailand, because I was talking about that, I want to live here. She said, well, why don't you just open a business in Thailand? And she was giving me a lot of ideas and so on. Obviously, it's red tape that you have to have a Thai partner. There's a lot of things you need to do. It is possible, but it was just something that I didn't feel I had the necessary experience to make something like that work. Or the capital that I think you need to put financial, a substantial financial investment into it, which I don't have. So I came back and I had a new boss at work, and I pitched it to him and said, look, I want to work. I was working remotely anyway, and I said I want to work remotely, but I want to work from Thailand. I said I'll work UK hours, but from Thailand. And in fairness, my boss, he ran it up the flag, but my company couldn't accommodate it. It's a difficult one. Financial services, data protection, working hours. There's a few outs for them, and I get why they won't want to do it. So there's no hard feelings. But what he did do was introduce me, because he knows people in Southeast Asia, because he worked there for many years, and he introduced me to a company in Bangkok who sell medical insurance, which is what I do. So I've had a telephone interview with them about a week or so late after that. So we're talking probably just at the end of October, just after I got back the second time from Thailand. Have my telephone interview. Goes really well, but the gentleman on the other end of the phone said to me that I have the experience to work there, but he can't offer me a job while I'm living in the UK. I'd have to be living in Bangkok. Because if he offered me a job, I'd then have to go through the process, notice 3 months, logistics, accommodation, blah, blah. So that was the way we kind of left it. We said we were going to catch up again in a couple of months to see where the land lay. And I went away and chewed it over for a few weeks. Oh, not for a few weeks, for a few days, maybe a week. And one day I went for a walk. And I was chewing it over what I should do. And an old lady stopped me in the street and said, where is so-and-so street? I said, I don't know, but let me get my phone out and I'll look on Google Maps for you. So I get my phone out and I have a look on Google Maps, and as I'm doing it, she says to me, can you please hurry up? My friend's waiting. And I told her where the street was, and that was that. But after that, I thought, yeah, I'm going to Thailand. Just people are, what's up with that? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm from Wales, and I think people are generally a little bit warmer when it comes to social interactions around your local area. People are warmer than maybe in the south of England. But in Thailand, it's like a different scale. Everyone is so friendly and so nice, and it's just such a good atmosphere over there. So I thought, right, that's it. I'm going to quit my job. So I handed my notice in at the end of November. I had to be a little bit tactical. I'm not even going to go into that. But I handed my notice in at the end of November. And it's now mid-February. I think it's like the 15th or 16th of February today. I'm on garden leave, so I'm not really keeping up with the date. So basically, my situation is I'm on garden leave. I'm due to travel to Bangkok a week tomorrow. Wow, that sounds like it's really close now. So a week tomorrow, I fly from Heathrow to Bangkok. And I have a meeting with the broker in Thailand on the 6th of March. And if that goes well, I'll be staying in Thailand. At the moment, I've got an Airbnb for 2 months. That's as long as you can stay on a tourist visa. You actually get a 30-day exemption when you get there, which you can extend for a further 30 days, which I'll do. I think it costs like 1900 baht, but I'll confirm that again. I'll try and make a video of the visa situation and extensions and so on, and just try and make some videos while I travel, and with hopefully some helpful tips. And I'm planning on traveling around Thailand. So my first week I'm going to go to Kanchanaburi, the Death Railway, the Bridge over River Kwai, and the Erawan waterfalls, which look like heaven. So yeah, there's a few places that I want to go around Thailand. It's an amazing country. You can pretty much get anywhere in Thailand for about £5 or £6 if you're happy to go on a third-class train. So you can go anywhere in Thailand. I mean, even flying around Thailand isn't that expensive. Some flights are £30, £50, things like that. For return flights to to Chiang Mai from Bangkok, things like that. But I think some flights are £55, £60. So I'll try and do some of that stuff. I've got a bit of time on my hands, so I've got a week and a half before I have my meeting. The subject, if I'm hoping he says to me start work straight away, but I think it'll probably be more likely in April, which will give me then all of March to acclimatise and make some videos, settle in, and show and hopefully show you what happens. I'm extremely nervous. I'm not confident that everything's going to work out, because that's just me. I overthink everything. But I think I'm not in a bad position. I think I've got a chance to get a job over there. Definitely got the experience. I think I could do a good job. And yeah, taking a gamble. Hopefully take a few of you viewers along with me. And please pop in the comments down below what you think. If you think I'm crazy, or if you think it's brave or whatever, just put some comments down below. If you've got any tips about Thailand for you, or if you agree or disagree with anything I said, just let me know. Like and subscribe. I feel stupid saying that. I've never said that before. It's my first video, so yeah, like and subscribe. I'm not my dream. I'll be straight up front with you. If I can grow the YouTube channel, that would be amazing. But obviously my job, I'm still going to be working full time and making videos on the side, and we'll see what happens with that. But I'll definitely introduce you to a few of my friends, my Thai friends. Definitely Nuke when I get to Bangkok. She's a great girl, great fun. Yeah, she will definitely be introducing her. So look forward to that. I'll probably post another video when I'm traveling to Heathrow, and the sort of build up to the flight, and then maybe them arriving in Bangkok. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned.